Gatorade all fueled up and ready to go. Williams is out there with Irving. Then it's Thompson, and it's Dunleavy, and Cavaliers making a switch here. Shumpert's checked in. James, that's a two-pointer. It's rebounded by Aldridge.
And it's just without Coach Popovich on the sidelines. He's the longest tenured coach in the NBA and has done so much for this team. Easily one of the best coaches in the history of our league.
And it's good. Shumpert's got it all tied up now for the
rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the attack. Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swings really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building just keeps going back and forth, ebbing and flowing. I'm loving it.
And stolen by Aldridge. Here's Leonard, and it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got 5 assists in the game. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Spurs.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle. Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier. How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down. Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Kyrie Irving, he's checked in for Mo Williams. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for San Antonio. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Parker against Irving. Outside for Gasol. And he's good on the 3-ball. Gasol's got 6 points in the quarter.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing. 3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
And, you know, guys, Manu Ginobili's relationship with Greg Popovich has been really interesting over the years. In the beginning, Pop obviously had a rigid system. Ginobili played with a lot more freestyle and free-wheeling nature. The two clashed heavily early on, as one might expect. He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Irving drives in. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. That's now 22 points for Kyrie Irving. Getting back to Ginobili and Popovich, everyone thought Popovich would break Ginobili of his reckless ways, but in fact, you know this, it was the opposite.
In Ginobili, and it ended up changing his own philosophy, which I think speaks to the greatness of Greg Popovich. He was quoted as saying, you know, he does things, Ginobili, that win games. It taught me to watch a little bit more and not be so micromanagement-like, and not sure Pop's ever said that about anybody else.
Irving dishes to Thompson. The baseline J. Rebound San Antonio. Mike Dunleavy is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's a tough break for the D. He took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Love's checked in, and San Antonio also making a switch. Bertanis, he's checked in for Pau Gasol. Leonard, and he jams it with authority.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard. Can't get anything to drop. The way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Kyrie Irving.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Channing Frye's checked in for Cleveland. San Antonio also making some changes. Kyle Anderson comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Mills can't hit. The Cavaliers trail by 10. Love goes in. Again, Love missing.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
Frye, that's for 2. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Frye's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Cavs.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was a really strong year for the Cavs. 53 wins for them, good for the 6th best mark in team history. A lot of those wins also came against the West, making it even more impressive.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Mills with it, guarded now by Irving. And it's Patty Mills with the 3. Mills has got 9.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
And here's LeBron outside. Rebound San Antonio. Aldridge has got his 5th rebound in this one.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
But they recover it. That's good. 9 points in the game so far.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Mills, that's a 2-pointer. The Cavaliers pull it in. Irving's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And again, LeBron missing.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. And that one's good.
He's got to be a little embarrassed for joining the Paratroopers Club on that pump fake.
To stop the run. It's hauled in by LaMarcus Aldridge. Aldridge has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Oh, trying for it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
Dedman. Lee. Simmons.
Mills, that's a 2-pointer. They get a hand on it, and stolen by LeBron. Irving passes to Love. From deep. No luck.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
And they've looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Boy, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. We've seen it time and time again here.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. No good from Lee.
And if they know what's good for him, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball into 3-point territory.
And you're right there, Clark, because anything less than lockdown defense on him is going to result in a triple.
Mills. And that's not even close. Frye with the ball. No good from outside. Simmons. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And that does it for the first half of...
Will pop a solid...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the... Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 14 points, 2 assists, and 1 block. And Shaq, what are your thoughts? And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Boy, did he put on a show from beyond in that first half. Let's see if the halftime break has any cooling effect on him.
We'll soon find out, because I guarantee they're going to keep feeding it to him behind the arc until he does cool off.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. The always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Aldridge out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Gasol, and at the pivot spot, manning the middle. There's Parker with the three. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role. Didn't let the move bother him and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
And stolen by Love. 3-on-3. And Thompson throws it down.
He is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the rim.
Spurs leading by 8. Well, for Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's 6th Man of the Year consideration votes.
And deserves it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year. Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
And that last replay courtesy of Kia.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Wallace with it. He's picked up by Parker. And that one's good. Love. San Antonio calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for James. Stolen by Thompson. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Dunleavy.
3 straight hoops in transition now. They'll want to end that trend in a hurry.
Yeah, no excuse for giving up the easy, fast break baskets like they have. They've got to do a better job of engaging there.
Leonard. And he overshot that one, missing. For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Irving attacking beyond the arc. And Gasol sends it back. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter.
Out possession has been a challenge all game. I mean, now that's 6 points off those turnovers here just in this quarter.
Guys, no surprise their lead is evaporating. I mean, they've got to keep it simple. Just make the simple play.
And that one's good. Parker. For a while, the Spurs were viewed as a slow-it-down team from their championships almost a decade ago. That isn't the case at all anymore.
You know, I think it took the viewing public quite a while to catch on, though, Kevin, because now most people look at the Spurs as one of the more exciting brands of basketball in our league. Just watching one game of them, and now you know that is the case.
The Spurs making a switch here. Berton has checked in. Over in the corner, Green. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. And now it's a 10-point Spurs lead.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
You know, for the Spurs playing up tempo, I mean, they made that adjustment several years back, to their credit. Since then, they've been one of the more up-tempo and offensive-minded teams in the league.
Here's Leonard, and that one's good. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter.
And this collapse we've seen by their interior defense, it's really the reason why they've struggled and are in such a hole. And some stats to kind of back up the Spurs playing that up-tempo style. They led the league last year in distance traveled as a team. Their players would cover almost 18 miles per game played. That tells you there's tremendous ball movement, but more importantly, body movement.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Fry's checked in, and San Antonio with the change here too. Ginobili's checked in. And Thompson kicks to Shumpert. Cleveland moving the ball around. Here's Fry. Here's Thompson. Ginobili knocks it loose. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. And Shumpert kicks to Fry. Outside Irving. This one for three. Rebounded by the Spurs. At one point, they led by 16. And Gasol, here we go, misses in close.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And Fry kicks to Shumpert. He tries for three, and that one's good. Shumpert's got 10. And so it's San Antonio with it. 7-point differential. Irving with the steal. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
San Antonio's gone 2 of 3 when they've ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. It's Parker outside. No luck. And Cleveland the other way now.
And so last season for Tony Parker, somewhat of a shift. I mean, he was solid, but injuries cost him a few games. He also had his lowest assist and points per game totals since his rookie year, but he fought through like the champion that he is.
And Shumpert kicks to Thompson. Some solid defense from Gasol.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close. You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard. And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all. Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Parker with the steal. And here we go. Parker heading to the hoop. And here we go. The shot's good from Gasol. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for San Antonio.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Parker outside. Three-pointer. Parker with another miss.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
They grab their own miss, but they get it back. Irving kicks to Shumpert. For three, Dunleavy, and he gets it to go. Dunleavy's got 5. Spurs leading by 6. To the middle, here's Gasol. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Well, Cleveland shooting the ball at 46% success rate since the beginning of the third quarter. Irving drives in. Another shot, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
James checked in for Cleveland. Irving for 3. Rebound, San Antonio.
He's frigid from 3. I don't know what's worse, that he can't hit anything from out there or that he keeps on trying to.
And the Spurs pushing it up now. Here's Lee, the stupendous finish in traffic. And now it's a 10-point Spurs lead.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Outside jumper. Shoots a 3. Shot is off. And again, San Antonio running the court in transition.
clearly he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Irving for three. Can't get it to go. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the Spurs as they end the third quarter on a 14-5 run. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. Kevin Love out there with Channing Frye. And it's Irving at the one spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Aldridge misses. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Unloads. And Love with the basket on the assist by James. LeBron's got 6 assists now in the game. Now here's Mills, covered by Irving. Shoots the 3. Mills can't hit.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on you.
Spurs leading by 5. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
Sometimes folks forget about his decent mid-range jumper. He can knock those down all game given a chance.
On its way from Irving for 2. And Lee pulls it down.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one. Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. The shot by Irving. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Irving's got 39.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
Mills can't hit.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for Channing Frye. So it's the Cavaliers now. LeBron, no good. And stolen by Love. James kicks to Irving. With the second effort. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Good game for Irving. 8 rebounds and some big-time point production as well. The motor on this guy is amazing. Completely revved up. He's been everywhere today.
And it's hard to say which has influenced the game more, really, his offense or his D. I mean, take your pick.
You know, the Cavs had a slow start to last season compared to how everybody thought they would play. Still, it was the best start for Kevin Love in his career and would end up being the most winning team he's played on. Says something about how long he's waited for success.
And he gets it to go.
And when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to rally and get back into it.
And, Greg, it was really their defense just as much as their offense that served as the real catalyst, and I think it allowed them to put that run together.
And Love, who would also go on to make his first postseason appearance, played in the first round last year. It was a complete 180 for him in what he was used to at Minnesota.
And even though there were ups and downs for Love last season, you know that he must have enjoyed winning for a change. And being in the league so long without making the playoffs, he finally got a chance to play in the postseason.
And stolen by LeBron. And oh, here we go. Dunleavy's got it, the fast break chance. And finished off by Shumpert. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
This game, as close as it's been, you really hate to see it come to an end.
I agree.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
And on the way from rebounded by the Spurs. Aldridge has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for him.
Irving can't get it to go.
Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, he can't dial it in from deep this half at all.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
Here's Love. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And how good a playmaker has Tony Parker been? One of the best in recent history. The all-time leader in assists for the Spurs over his 14 years there. Just a crafty guy with the ball in his hand.
And continuing our talk of Tony Parker, the first year he laced up his sneakers, he increased the tempo for that entire Spurs offense, and it continues to this day.
Yeah, and the increase in floor spacing and tempo, a big reason the Admiral, Tim Duncan, and Parker won the championship together in 2003, and obviously Duncan and Parker have won a few more rings since then.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. With his team struggling from three-point territory, he told them to start looking for more high-quality shots inside the paint. We're forcing too many threes, he said. Stop with the bombs and work it inside.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, and the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
I think he's got to find another way to contribute, Kevin, besides looking to shoot the ball. I mean, he just can't get anything to bounce his way this quarter, so he's got to do other things.
Well, you know that Kawhi Leonard has an incredible reach with his arms, but even his hands are just massive, measured at 10 inches long and 11 inches wide. Wow.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mike Dunleavy. Well, to give some perspective on Leonard's hand size that Greg was talking about, Clark, those measurements, 11 by 10, are what you typically would find on 7-footers. Well, this kid's 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, and I'm 6'9", and I'm about 9 by 7, okay?
Huh.
So that just lets you know.
Wow.
The only other hands comparable to that, Dr. J.
Ooh, it's huge. LeBron can't get it to go.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
Got a piece of it. Green with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
Cavaliers ball.
Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Kicks it to Love. Got a piece of it.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Here's Leonard. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss. Irving's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Love. That's in. Coming off the assist from Thompson. And that's 18 points for Love.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that.
Yeah, he's on the money. That's no doubt.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the...
Greg to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for him.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum. Leonard playing extremely well. He's got 24 points and 1 rejection in this game, too.
Was it a good one? Really, one of their highlights of the game defensively.
Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for the Spurs.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
And stolen by Aldridge. And it's Manu Ginobili with the finish.
Oh, man, what a turnaround. Sensational play on D, and then the rapid-fire run to the basket.
Greg, they didn't wait around, did they? They went right for the throat.
Guys, this is crunch time now. When you got a chance to capitalize on the turnover, you got to take it and make it.
.133 left in the fourth. From deep, James. San Antonio with the rebound. Aldridge has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass.
Is it me, or does it just feel like he gets every rebound that comes up?
Well, he practically has gotten every one that's available. A 20-plus rebounding game is not something we get to see very often, Greg.
And he is one cool customer, guys, isn't he? Every possession magnified down the stretch, but he's been ready with only 1 miss against his 6 mates. That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
58 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Ginobili against LeBron. He kicks it to Thompson. Free throw line jump shot. Here's Love, rejected by Gasol. And now the fast break, Ginobili with the ball.
So hard to stop Ginobili right now.
Here's James. Game could be on the line right here.
It's basically now or never for them.
More tough position. Right side jumper. It's deflected. Leonard with the steal. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock.
Clutch shot right there. That could be the difference maker.
Indeed, it might be a big, huge moment in this game right there.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're down by 1. We got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. James dishes to Shumpert. The pass to Love. Good D by Gasol.
And although not a block officially, it might as well have been his ability to react and alter the shot.
Greg, I don't think there's any doubt about it. His defense threw him off on that shot.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And the second of 2 is good. That will put them up by 2. Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're behind by 2. 15 seconds left to play here in the fourth. LeBron passes to Irving. Back to James. Oh, no good. And the rejection by Leonard. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. Stolen by Ginobili. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
So neither...
Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
A free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. You guessed it, we're going to have a technical foul here. They tried to call a timeout, but already had used all of them. I think just lost track of the situation.
And guys, you know that during the last timeout, the guys are all reminded and reminding each other, hey, we don't have any left. What a huge error.
Certainly, Greg, not one we see very often, but it does happen. His mind was diverted on other things, I guess, not the timeout situation for sure. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
And so it's San Antonio with the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Gentlemen, I'm here with...
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kawhi Leonard. He put up a new season high tonight. And if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his... And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoy...
Vengo en busca de respuestas con el manojo lleno y vengo como un libro abierto, ansiosa de aprender la historia no contada de nuestros ancestros, con el viento que dejaron los abuelos y que vive en cada pensamiento de esta amada tierra. Quien sabe cuidarlo es quien de verdad la quiera. Vengo para mirar de nuevo, para ver los sitios y despertar el ojo ciego, sin miedo. Tú y yo descolonicemos lo que nos enseñaron, con nuestro pelo negro, con pómulos marcados, con el orgullo indio en el alma tatuado. Vengo con la mirada, vengo con la palabra, esa palabra hablada, vengo sin...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my esteemed colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
들던 그때보다 조금은 잃었어. 우리는 바보처럼 몸으로 부딪히면서 배웠어. 넘어질 때마다 일었어. 다시 고쳤었지 이력서. 눈부신 성공의 신바람, 잠시나마 불어봤던 휘파람. 한 곡도 퇴근하기 전에 그림자처럼 날 따라온 비바람. 시기 질투, 기대 압박을 못 이긴 몇 번의 실축. 자만 나태함 속에 던졌던 말로 홈런을 맞는 실투. 다 끝. 난가 같았지만 우리 앞길을 막지 말라고 외치며 마음을 다잡곤 했었지. 진짜 한치 앞도 안 보이는 가시밭길에서도 절대 유턴 없이 잘 봐라 느리로 의지하면서 둘이 딱 붙어갔지. 비극 지금 기가 아프지만 지나고 보면 웃음 나오는 희극. 그래서 우린 지금을 참고 살아. 난 미쳤다 생각하면서 keep dreaming. 희망이란 끈 잡고 살아. 이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈, 넘고 힘든 삶은 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈, 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time. 지금 난 간절히 원해 한 조각.
It's the Chicago Bulls taking on the San Antonio Spurs. The NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us this Sunday afternoon. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Jimmy Butler is out there with Mirotic. Then there's Dwayne Wade. Then it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Lopez in at center. Leonard attacking. Ball's knocked loose. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Good make to get things underway.
Yeah, and always a relief, I think, to get those first points out of the way and actually get that first sweat and that first bit of contact in the game, because that just settles you down a little bit. Boy, I love to see D. Wade shoot the ball.
Here's San Antonio now.
And injuries once again were a central theme of the Bulls season last year. Losing Rose was one thing, but then having Jimmy Butler lose a lot of time put them in such a tough spot.
Now here's Wade. Gets a very good look and converts. Wade's got his second basket. First quarter, just over a minute played. Outside Gasol. Pass to Green. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Aldridge. Good.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Wade. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. The kick outside to Butler. Goes back up, and two shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul goes against San Antonio. Bulls shooting their first free throw. First trip to the line in this one.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
Again, the miss by Green, and stolen by Aldridge. Butler with the steal. The drive by Rondo, and slam dunk by Butler.
Rondo, a master at setting up teammates.
The Spurs have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's Leonard. Shot is no good. Wade with the defensive effort. A slam dunk by Rondo.
And how about that one-man fast break?
I love the power finish at the end of it, too.
There's Green with the three. Offensive rebound, Spurs.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Rondo dishes to Butler. Rebound by Parker.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Green, no luck.
Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
Yeah, you know, he's not making any kind of impact for them at that end of the court right now.
Now here's Rondo. With the floater, and he sinks the layup.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
And they get it. Here's Aldridge. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
A strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
The Bulls leading by 6.
And guys, remember, LaMarcus Aldridge last January suffering a torn ligament in his thumb, scheduled to undergo surgery and miss 2 months of the season, but he opted to tough it out and keep playing. And boy, how big was that for the Blazers?
Now here's Wade, following the miss by Tony Parker. Lopez passes to Wade. He dishes it to Rondo. 6 to shoot from outside the arc. No luck. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. And Aldridge postponing that thumb injury surgery, even though they said it might double his eventual recovery time.
Yeah, I think it's pretty admirable that he was out there, because he wasn't just playing in pain. He was playing hurt. That shows you his commitment to winning.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach. A big step, not just for the Spurs, but really for all of the NBA.
Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for San Antonio. Mills comes in for Tony Parker. Taj Gibson's checked in for the Bulls. Doug McDermott comes in for Rajon Rondo. And here's Mills following the three from Nikola Mirotic. And Mills kicks to Leonard. He feeds it to Mills. Kicks it out to Leonard. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. Aldridge can't get it to go. Well, as Greg was just talking about, the assistant that was hired was Becky Hammond, a phenomenal player for a very long time in the WNBA. And Clark, you know, you and I were talking about this before. She was a perfect candidate to become the first full-time female assistant.
Yeah, I agree with you, and it might not seem like that big a deal to some, but this was a big-time barrier breaker that the Spurs pulled off.
And guys, every time we think Patty Mills is going to take the next step in his development, he takes a step back. Last season, he shot career lows from the field and behind the arc after having one of his best ever campaigns the year before. That really just makes a coach pull his hair out, and fortunately for me, I don't have it. It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Wade has the open look. Bangs home the trifecta. Wade's got 9.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
Back to Mills. The Spurs could have used his contributions last year. Parker was hobbled. Corey Joseph was still learning. Mills didn't put together consistent efforts and ended up losing minutes, Clark, because of it.
Yeah, you know, Mills had the opportunity to make an impact for a championship contender. That chance doesn't come very often. Unfortunately, he couldn't make the most of it. Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting. And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3 ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a 3-point battle taking shape here.
Here's Wade. Here's Gibson. First shot, first miss. He's out of the blocks fast.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
A great point. Really an embarrassing performance defensively, and the coaching staff can't be happy.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. And for most of his career, Taj Gibson has been a tremendous role player up front. GA, he's been extremely steady over 6 full seasons.
And Kevin, he gives you a lot of energy and athleticism when he enters the game. He's got the great length with that 7'4" wingspan. But to me, it's not just about having it. It's about the fact that he utilizes it. And it really allows him to get in there and attack the backboard and contest shots.
Here's Anderson. Wade with the block. Passes to Valentine. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger.
Here's Dedmon. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Fires for 3, and it's Wade with the rebound.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at it.
No doubt about it. You cannot let up defensively just because he missed that one.
And the shot is good.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
The Spurs shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
San Antonio making a switch here. Berton is checked in, and the Bulls making a change also. Rondo's checked in. Wade dishes to Gibson. Rondo kicks to Gibson. Stolen by Anderson. Here's Ginobili. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Ginobili's got 5 now. 5 seconds left in the first quarter. Rondo. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. It's the Bulls. They lead by 13. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching. And Duncan, no doubt the long-term face of the Spurs franchise and arguably their best player ever, which brings up the conversation, Greg, of where he stands all-time league-wide.
Well, he's right there. And listen, let's give him a little more credit, Manu. He's got 5 rings now, having won that championship 2 seasons ago. But look, Kobe's in that category with 5 rings and an MVP as well. So he's an all-time great. I don't know how you rank him, but when you have a conversation about the best ever, Tim Duncan will be in.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And a comfortable margin for the Bulls here, guys.
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for Chicago right now, Butler and McDermott filling out the perimeter. Robin Lopez out there with Mirotic, and it's Rondo in at the point.
Guys, the Bulls defense was as stout as ever last season. A big part of that is they have guys that challenge you inside and at the rim. Even off the bench, all of their bigs are mobile and protect the basket. The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. That one on Parker. Talking about the Bulls and their rim protection, they had the lowest opponent field goal percentage on shots right at the rim.
Yeah, and it helps when you compare 7-footers down low. It's not just the bigs, though. Even their perimeter players will track back and challenge at the rim. Really a total team effort.
From the arc. And it's Chicago with the rebound. McDermott, no one around him. No good with the triple.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one. Listen, Kawhi Leonard hasn't been in the league for a long time, but he's feeling right at home. Said last season he wants to remain a Spur for life.
Leonard hits them both. And for Leonard to hear players say that a lot, but rarely before they reach the end of their rookie contract.
Yeah, I think Leonard just realizes what a special situation he found himself in. I mean, he is the complete package as a player and custom made for how the Spurs like to play and do things.
Right wing. McDermott kicks to Mirotic. The shot by Butler, nobody around. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Leonard attacking. In it goes after missing his first 7. Now shooting 1 for 8 this game.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Here's Rondo. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Green against Butler. McDermott passes to Mirotic. Here's Lopez. Buries it from about 10 feet away. And the Bulls lead by 12.
That's a very good high percentage look right there.
Yeah, real nice shot selection there. I guess he's working on his buzzer beater form.
That's a reach, but perhaps that is the case. Or maybe he was trying to knock a bird off of the scoreboard.
He's about right. Because I still can't figure that one out.
No, and I see no birds up there.
No.
Mills is checked in for San Antonio. And here are the Bulls now. 3-pointer, Butler. The shot is off. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. Here's Green. Can't hit from in close.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Shots good from Butler. Butler's got 13.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Mills with it. And the shot is long.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
McDermott kicks to Lopez. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him. I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer, was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
Butler kicks to Lopez. Right side, Rondo. Rondo is doubled. Outside, Butler. Shot clock at 6. Nice shot by McDermott.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Park. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Yeah, the score has a lot to do with that. Their overall effort and execution has been elite.
Mills with the steal. Aldridge kicks to Gasol. And here's Green outside, and he gets it to go. Green's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Butler, and the foul called on Pau Gasol. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
David Lee checked in for San Antonio. Chicago also making some changes. Taj Gibson's checked in for McDermott. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Jimmy Butler.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
A different look now for San Antonio. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Aldridge. Kyle Anderson comes in for Leonard. And it's Ginobili in for Daniel Green. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Mirotic dishes to Wade. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Another 3 for Chicago.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the 3 ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
Ginobili can't hit.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
His shot is good. Scores his 3rd basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
I love that superb pass that time, guys. It allowed them to get behind the defenders. The hoop was there waiting for them.
Wade against Ginobili. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. 19 points for Wade.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Dwayne Wade continues, Clark, to change his game as he gets older. I admire the way guys can do that. Their head says one thing, but their body kind of tells them another.
And you have to give in to your body as you age, that's for sure. Used to attack the rim all the time. Now it's mid-range jumper heavy.
The Spurs making a switch here. Simmons is checked in.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
He kicks it to Anderson. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Spurs making a switch here. Bergson is checked in. Ginobili against Wade. Left side Rondo. From beyond the arc. Another miss by Wade.
And for Wade and his change in style, I really felt it was a necessity. Guys his age can't continue to hit the floor as often as he's used to and expect to make it all the way through the season.
Gibson passes to Rondo. Back to Gibson. And Mirotic has it in the corner. And the Bulls with another miss.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Ginobili gets the bucket.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Chicago shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That's good from Wade. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 8 seconds left in the first half. Parker, right side. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. A dump.
All right, Kevin, here with Tony Parker. And Tony, you guys have struggled offensively so far in this game. Why do you think it's been so tough to get into a groove here?
I don't know. We got a hard time to make a basket. Playing a very good team. They play with a lot of energy. So hopefully in the second half we can shoot a little bit better.
Tony, thank you. Kevin, nothing.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime. Dwayne Wade has been all over the floor tonight. He had 20. And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Dwayne Wade really has his fingerprints all over this one.
You know, we talk so often about making your teammates better, and his ability to see the floor and then make those passes on time in that first half was the key.
Boy, I tell you, he has fooled me with the way he's performing right now.
The always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Gasol in at the center, filling out the middle. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. And, of course, Tony Parker, so big for San Antonio in those championship runs. But word on the street was that Spurs coach Greg Popovich didn't always go easy on Tony. He really pushed him to the limit.
Yeah, you know, it started back when Tony was invited to the Spurs summer camp before the 2001 draft. One of the scouts was really physical with Tony, really gave him a hard time, and that was really the start of his maturation process in learning to deal with the NBA.
Rondo kicks to Lopez. Back to Rondo. At the top of the key, Mirotic. Lopez dishes to Wade. Knocked loose. Out to the right wing. And the call will be against Tony Parker.
Tony Parker. That's his 3rd personal foul.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Rondo kicks to Mirotic. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Rondo's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
The Bulls leading by 19 points. Wade double team. They get a hand on it. Leonard with the steal. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. Wade against Green. The shot by Wade, no good. So it's the Spurs now. And there's Green on the assist by Gasol. Green's got 6 here in this quarter.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
And it's Wade penetrating. And it's Wade again missing. Spurs trail by 16. The floater. And the layup good by Leonard. Leonard's got 8 points.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
Butler on the wing. And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That is his first foul of the game. McDermott's checked in for Mirotic. Here's McDermott. Drills it from outside. He's got 11.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
San Antonio calls timeout. When you look at the numbers for Robin Lopez, Clark, they won't blow you away, but his impact is a lot bigger, I think.
Exactly, Kevin. I mean, he's unselfish as a player, does all the little things. He's not focused on his numbers or shot attempts, and that's a welcome deal for coaches and teammates. He just wants to help his crew win.
Leonard, the pass to Aldridge. For the three. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
Back to Wade. Puts up a 3. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got his 8th assist in the game.
And speaking of the intangibles for Robin Lopez, he's great at boxing out for rebounds and setting screens offensively. Again, things that there really aren't stats that are kept, but those are ways you can impact the game. And those are the kind of plays that often go overlooked.
He's really picked up where he left off in the first.
Green inside the three-point line. Here's Leonard. They shoot again. Lopez with the block. And they're running. Here's Wade. And the rejection by Leonard. And a fast break now for the Spurs. And Aldridge slams it in.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Back to Wade for the 3. And the Bulls, another 3.
For 3.
And Lopez, or as they like to call him, Rolo, an elite rim protector. Just a really good shot blocker, but he doesn't chase blocks. He just challenges every shot inside without fouling. And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Wade, double team. The feed to Lopez. Shoots a 3. Rebound, San Antonio. Aldridge has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Gasol. Misses off the left iron. The Bulls leading by 15. And the foul called on Daniel Green. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Spurs. Ginobili comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. And Chicago also making a switch. Taj Gibson's checked in for Rajon Rondo. Green inside the three-point line. They recover it. Shots good by Mills.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Outside Butler. Here's Wade. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 4 assists in the game. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bulls.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Here's Wade. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Mills. Rebound by the Bulls. 22 is their biggest lead. Gibson dishes to Wade. The shot will not go. Nice D from Aldridge. Gasol kicks to Mills. Great D that time from Gibson.
And one thing that everybody loves about Coach Pop is his frankness. You get a taste of it in interviews, but he's as honest and straightforward with you as he is with anybody else.
Anderson, he's checked in for the Spurs. Bertans comes in for Green.
And guys, what a strange rookie campaign for Dougie McBuckets. I mean, he entered the draft as a polished sharpshooter. The Bulls traded up in the first round to get him, and he ended up playing 9 minutes a game over the course of last season.
Lee's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And there's the pass to Butler. Feeds it to Wade. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And on the topic of Doug McDermott, one of the most decorated college players in recent history. And, Clark, you called a lot of his games.
Yeah, enjoyed watching him play, and I still think he has a bright future. Just never found any real rhythm. Averaged only 3 points a game, but he didn't get much playing time. So look for him to bounce back in the years going forward.
Ginobili, that's for 2. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
And a great stretch of games here for Wade at the end of last season. A great stretch of games for Wade at the end of last season. I mean, he turned back the clock, if you will, for a while and really helped carry this Heat team.
San Antonio making a switch here. Simmons is checked in. Mirotic is checked in for Chicago.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
And here's Mills for 3. Great D that time from Gibson. Yeah, Greg, you know, I remember that stretch with Wade you're talking about. It seems like he finally now feels healthy, Clark, and it shows.
Wade himself said, Kevin, it was the best he felt in a couple of years. Health is such a big factor for him, given how he plays and selectively now likes to attack the rim.
Picked away. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Shots good by Mills. Mills has got 11.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Kicks it out to Gibson.
Spurs foul.
For Chicago, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. First free throw is good. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Patty Mills.
2 shots.
And so Butler nails both of them.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Right side Gibson. Mirotic has a wide open look. Cans it from downtown. Mirotic has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Up in time. Well through 3 quarters of play. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the 4th quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. The Bulls leading by 19 points. So for Chicago right now, they've got Taj Gibson, Mirotic out there with Robin Lopez. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Rondo in at the point guard position. Parker. The half-court bomb falls off target. And Chicago shooting is beautiful right now. 60% for the game. Pretty much everyone out there has been stroking it. And San Antonio shooting 40% from the field. And Gasol gets it to go.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
Offensive rebound. Lopez kicks to Butler. Out left to the wing. Jacks up a 3. But they get it back. Back to Lopez. And it's Rondo penetrating. And at last they get one to fall. Rondo's got 5 points now this quarter. Rondo's gone 1 of 5 from 3-point territory. Parker's shot is off.
He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made so far in this game.
Bulls moving the ball around. And it's Butler missing. Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Green inside, defended by Gibson. Dermott's checked in for Chicago. The Bulls leading by 22. Here's Rondo. Off the inbound, no good.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
There's Green with the 3. San Antonio again missing. Chicago has gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only 1 of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom. The bucket.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
McDermott passes to Mirotic. Rondo drives in. Money from the wing. Now Parker. From deep. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. Lopez with the block. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Leonard dishes to Aldridge. Green inside the three-point line. That doesn't go either for Green. The Bulls have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. And the foul called on Daniel Green. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul.
Nice shot by Rondo.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. And the foul called on Daniel Green. That's his 3rd foul of the game. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Gasol. Lee comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. D, he's checked in for Green. And it's Mills in for Parker. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Tony Snell comes in for Mirotic. D, he's checked in for Butler. And it's Cannon in for Rajon Rondo. Takes the 3. Lee knocks it away. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. All the way. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Here's McDermott. And a miss there on the triple. San Antonio's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Good.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Valentine passes to Cannon. McDermott with it. He's picked up by Lee. Nice shot by McDermott.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Here's Snell, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Crafty pass work there, getting it down low for the easy deuce.
And San Antonio shooting struggles apparent, 37% from the field. And here's Mills for 3. Rebound by the Bulls.
He had a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
Snell, that's good.
That's really the area where they like all of their shots to come from.
Here's Murray. From outside, off the mark. Now the Bulls with it. They're on a 16-4 run. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
Well, the Spurs just don't go on losing streaks very often, Greg. One perk of being a talented veteran group.
Yeah, how about the Spurs lost 4 games in a row twice last year. Over the last decade before that, Kevin, they had only lost 4 games in a row twice. Unbelievable.
Pass to Valentine. Here's Pertinis. The shot no good. Now Chicago takes it the other way.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Dedmon. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. 3-pointers. Snell. That's good. Snell's got 9 points in the quarter.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the 3-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
That one goes. Count it.
What a final quarter these guys are having from downtown, just burying the threes in bunches.
And they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason not to. I mean, work that perimeter. It's going good for you. Work it until it stops.
All sorts of time. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Here's Lee. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
David Lee.
Lee's gotten 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. And the call will be against David Lee. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The first one falls. Bulls always seem to be tough on the road, and last season no different. They would end with 23 road wins on the year.
And that number was good enough for the second most in the East. Unlike shooting, it's very hard for defenses to go cold, and that's why the Bulls have been so good on the road.
Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for San Antonio.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. In the bonus, we'll go to the free throw line.
And guys, touching back on the Bulls on the road, to illustrate how good they are on the road, last season marked the 5th straight year of a road record above 500. Incredible consistency as a franchise. They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Bulls.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Dwayne Wade. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Yeah, you know, here's another stat for the Bulls on the road. Since 2010, when Tom Thibodeau took over, the Bulls have won almost 60% of their road games. That's impressive.
6 on the shot clock. In the corner, Cannon with it. Here's Valentine. But they'll get another chance. Snell kicks to Cannon. And the Bulls with another miss.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And it's Gibson finishing it off.
And the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way things turned out today.
Well, Greg, this was a well-deserved win. I mean, they came into this building and acted like it was their home turf. I mean, they were the ones calling the shots and controlling everything.
Here's Cannon, defended by Anderson. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
2 shots.
Good on the second free throw. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Patty Mills at the line for 2.
And both free throws good for Mills. From deep. Can't get it to fall. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Dwayne, you had a